when I just started to see, the culture that I grew up in. It was a very negative culture. Grew up in the inner city, and the church that my grandfather runs. I mean, there's projects on all four sides of it, and it was a culture that had just a negative influence on me and my friends and the young people coming up there. And when I hit about 20, 21 years old, I hit this point where I realized, God, this isn't the best that you have for us. Like, surely this can't be what your plan for us was.
Like, what was going on?
So it's a very kind of a toxic community. And I will say this, that a lot of the teenagers growing up there, and myself included, we look up to, we looked up to the gang culture. Young women, you're talking about the young women who were, getting pregnant at 16, 17 years old. But we all just were taught that was life. That was what the culture taught us, right? Now people say, well, wait a minute, Sean, your grandfather was a pastor. Didn't you know any better? Yes, I knew better, but also because of that, I experienced what power the secular culture can have over somebody. To say, I grew up in the church and I was still influenced by this stuff. Now imagine not knowing God, where all that you have is this secular influence. And so that got me fired up to say, no, we have to reach out to the generation coming after me, and we got to show, especially in the hearts of the kids and the middle schoolers, we have to show them that there is another way besides what their culture and community are teaching them. And so that's what really got me fired up about pouring into that next generation, is showing them, like, God has so much better for you. And I think that's really what Jesus did, even in the Bible, was he didn't come and tell people, stop acting the way you're acting, stop living that way. He came in and said, stop. Here's a better way. He didn't just tell them to stop. He didn't just shut them down, but he showed them a better way, the way that they were made to live. And so that was the heart behind the family ministry for me, is like, let me help you guys realize that there is something so much better than this. And so that's where it all started for me. Pray for the things that you want, because obviously you want to go do music, you want to grow a career in Christian music. Pray for the things that you want, but tell yourself honestly and tell God honestly that you will serve him faithfully wherever he puts you, even if that's not in music. And that was one of the hardest things that I ever had to pray.